Hello friends, welcome to Sleepy History Channel. Today I bring another new boring history for you. Hope you like it. Subscribe to the Sleepy History Channel to get new boring history.
The sun begins its slow and steady descent over the golden horizon of the western desert where the sand meets the sky in a haze of amber and heat. The day has been long and the air is thick with the warmth that rises from the baked earth. In the ancient city along the banks of the river Nile, the people are preparing for the time of rest. The walls of the houses are thick and made of mud from the river mixed with straw and dried under the relentless gaze of the sun. These walls have absorbed the heat of the day, and now, as the light begins to fade, they stand solid and heavy against the coming twilight. The streets are quieting down as the work of the day is finished and the tools are put away, and the noise of the market fades into a soft hum that drifts away on the evening breeze. You are walking slowly towards a small house made of these earthen bricks, and you can feel the warmth radiating from the surface of the walls. It is a dry heat that wraps around everything and makes the air feel still and suspended in time. There is no rush here, and there is no urgency, only the slow turning of the earth and the inevitable arrival of the night. You enter the house, and the air inside is dim and shadowed. Small windows set high in the walls allow the heat to escape and invite the faintest drift of air to enter, but the interior is still warm. The floor is made of packed earth, smooth and cool to the touch of bare feet, and it grounds you to the land. In this time, there is no hum of machinery and no buzz of electricity. There is only the sound of your own breathing and the settling of the house. The ancient Egyptians knew that the inside of the house would stay warm through the night, so they move upwards towards the sky. You climb a narrow staircase built into the side of the house, leading up to the flat roof. The roof is open to the heavens, and it is here that the air is different. The moment you step onto the roof, you feel the vastness of the sky above you, which is turning from a pale blue to a deep and velvety indigo. The stars are beginning to appear, one by one, like small lanterns lit in a distant hall. The air up here is moving slightly, carrying with it the scent of the river and the dry perfume of the desert sand. It is still hot, but it is a heat that is free and open and not trapped within walls. On the roof, a simple bed has been prepared for the night. It is a frame of wood laced with woven reeds that offer a firm and supportive place to rest. There is no soft mattress to sink into and trap the heat against the body. Instead, the woven reeds allow the air to flow underneath you and circulate around you. You sit down on the edge of this bed and look out over the city. You can see the outlines of other rooftops where other families are also settling down for the night. Everyone is doing the same slow routine. It is a shared ritual of finding comfort in the heat. To sleep in this temperature requires patience and a slowing down of the heart and mind. You take a linen sheet that has been dipped in water. It is not soaking wet, but it is damp and cool to the touch. This is the ancient method of cooling. You lay the damp sheet over your body, and immediately you feel a change. The water in the fabric begins to evaporate into the dry desert air, and as it does, it pulls the heat away from your skin. It is a gentle and natural cooling sensation that feels like a soft breath against your skin. The sensation is soothing, and it signals to your body that it is time to let go of the day. You lie back on the woven bed and place your head on the headrest. It is not a pillow of feathers, which would be too hot and stifling, but a curved support made of wood or stone that lifts the head and allows the air to flow around the neck. It holds you in a position that aligns the spine and opens the airways. At first it feels firm, but as you relax, your muscles soften and accept the support.
You close your eyes and listen to the world around you. The city is almost silent now. Occasionally you hear the bark of a dog in the distance, or the sound of the wind rustling through the palm trees that line the riverbank. The river Nile is flowing steadily nearby, a massive ribbon of dark water moving towards the sea. It is the lifeblood of the land, and its movement is constant and rhythmic. You imagine the water flowing over the smooth stones and shifting the silt on the riverbed. The image of the cool, dark water fills your mind and helps to lower the temperature of your thoughts. The damp sheet clings lightly to your skin, and the evaporation continues its slow work. You feel a heaviness in your limbs as the heat of the day finally begins to leave your muscles. The sky above is now fully dark and filled with a million stars. They are sharp and clear in the dry air, without any clouds to hide them. The moon rises slowly, casting a silver glow over the flat roofs and the distant pyramids. The light is pale and cool, and it washes over the world in a silent wave. You breathe in slowly and deeply, filling your lungs with the night air. It is warm, but it is fresh. You breathe out slowly, releasing the tension in your shoulders and your back and your legs. The heat is no longer a burden, but a presence that holds you. You are part of the desert, and you are part of the night. The silence is profound. It is a silence that has existed for thousands of years. It is a silence that covers the dunes and the temples and the sleeping people. You feel your heart rate slowing down to match the slow rhythm of the river. Thump, thud, thump, thud. The dampness of the sheet is a constant comfort. As one patch dries, you shift slightly and feel the coolness remain. The night stretches out before you, long and uninterrupted. There are no clocks ticking and no alarms set. There is only the passage of the stars across the sky. You watch them in your mind's eye, moving in their great celestial arcs. The constellation of Orion the Hunter stands tall above you, watching over the sleeping land. The air is still, and the breeze has dropped to a mere whisper. You feel the woven reeds beneath you, supporting your weight. You feel the wooden headrest cradling your head. You feel the damp linen covering your chest and legs. Everything is simple, and everything is functional, and everything is calm. The ancient Egyptians did not fight the heat. They lived with it, and they found ways to flow with it. You are now flowing with it too. You are drifting on a raft of calm in a sea of warm air. The boundaries of your body seem to blur and fade into the darkness. Your breathing becomes shallow and rhythmic, in and out, in and out. The world of the day is far away and forgotten. The sun is on the other side of the world, shining on other lands, but here it is the time of shadow and rest. You think of the cool mud at the bottom of the river. You think of the smooth stone of the temple floors. You think of the shade under the great sycamore trees. These thoughts cool your mind. The night deepens. The sounds of the city have ceased completely. Even the dogs are asleep. The only sound is the imaginary flow of the great river, which never stops. It flows north forever and ever, carrying the water from the mountains to the sea. You are carried along with it in your dreams. The heat is a blanket of heavy comfort. It presses down on your eyelids, making them heavy. It relaxes your jaw. It uncurls your fingers. You are sinking deeper into the woven bed. You are sinking deeper into the quiet. The stars rotate slowly above you, marking the passing of the hours. You do not need to know what time it is. You only need to be here in this moment of rest. The damp sheet is still doing its work, cooling your skin as the water returns to the air. It is a cycle of water and air and heat and cool.
You are part of this cycle. You are safe on the roof, under the canopy of the cosmos. The walls of the house below you are strong and solid. The earth beneath the house is ancient and firm. You are supported by history, and you are supported by the earth. The darkness is soft and velvety. It wraps around you like a cocoon. You are drifting further and further away from wakefulness. The bridge to sleep is short, and you are walking across it slowly. The heat is just a sensation that is fading into the background. The coolness of the linen is the only thing you feel. Focus on the coolness. Focus on the quiet. Focus on the dark. The river flows. The stars turn. The earth spins. You sleep. The desert sleeps. The night is long and peaceful, and the silence goes on and on. The moon moves higher into the center of the vast sky, and the shadows on the roof shift almost imperceptibly with the passing of time. The light is silver and soft, and it touches the edges of the palm fronds that are visible over the parapet of the roof. There is no motion in the leaves now because the wind has died down completely, leaving the air perfectly still and heavy. You are lying on the woven reeds, and you can feel the sturdy frame of the bed beneath you, holding you up against the pull of gravity. The damp sheet that covers you has warmed slightly from your body heat, but as the dry night air touches the fabric, it cools down again in a gentle cycle of evaporation. This is the science of the desert night. It is a slow exchange of energy that happens without any effort from you. You do not need to move or think or plan. You only need to exist here in this space between the earth and the stars. To your left, there is a clay jar filled with water that was brought up earlier in the evening. The clay is porous and unglazed, which allows a tiny amount of water to seep through to the outside of the jar, where it evaporates and cools the water inside. This is the same principle that is cooling your skin. It is the wisdom of the ancients, used to find comfort in the heat. You imagine the water inside the clay jar, sitting dark and cool and still. It is waiting for the morning, but right now it is at rest, just like you. The stone of the roof beneath your bed is radiating the last of the day's warmth back into the atmosphere. You can feel a faint warmth rising up, but it is gentle now and not aggressive like the noon sun. It is a fading warmth that reminds you that the day is over. Far in the distance, beyond the sleeping city and beyond the river, the desert stretches out for hundreds of miles. It is a landscape of sand and rock and silence. In your mind, you travel out over the dunes where the sand is cool to the touch under the moonlight. There is nothing out there to disturb the peace. There are no voices and no footsteps. There is only the vast open space and the curve of the horizon. This feeling of vastness expands in your chest and slows your breathing even further. Your breath enters your nose cool and dry and leaves warm and soft. In, out, in, out. The rhythm is hypnotic and steady. You are safe in this ancient place. The architecture of the house is built for this climate, and it protects you. The thick walls below are anchoring you. The open roof is releasing you. You feel the muscles in your face relax completely. The tiny muscles around your eyes let go of their tension. The muscles in your jaw loosen, and your teeth part slightly. Your tongue rests gently on the floor of your mouth. The sensation of the wooden headrest that felt strange at first has now become familiar and grounding. It supports the base of your skull and allows your neck to be free. The air circulates around your neck and shoulders, cooling the skin that is usually covered. It is a feeling of freedom and lightness. The stars above are not just points of light, but ancient markers of time. They have looked down on this river for thousands of years. They watched the pyramids being built stone by stone. They watched the seasons change and the floods come and go. They are watching you now with a steady and unblinking gaze. Under their light, you are just another part of the landscape. You are as still as the statues in the temples. You are as quiet as the limestone cliffs. The night is deep, and the silence is thick. It feels like a heavy blanket of velvet that has been draped over the entire world to muffle every sound. You try to listen for a sound, but there is nothing. The city is in a deep slumber. The artisans and the farmers and the scribes are all asleep on their own roofs or in their own cool courtyards. You are connected to them in this shared experience of rest. The heat of the summer is a shared burden, and the relief of the night is a shared blessing. You shift your legs slightly on the woven reeds, and the sound of the dry plant material rustling is the only noise in the universe. It is a dry and earthy sound. It smells of dried grass and the riverbank. The scent of the Nile is faint but present. It is a scent of wet earth and life. It is a grounding scent that pulls you deeper into the mattress. Your body feels heavy, as if it is sinking into the reeds. Your arms are heavy by your sides. Your legs are heavy and long. You could not move them if you wanted to, and you do not want to. You are perfectly content to lie here and let the night drift by. The sensation of time passing dissolves. There is no past and there is no future. There is only this long, continuous present moment of darkness and stars. The damp sheet is your shield against the heat. It is a simple tool, but it works perfectly. You feel a droplet of water from the sheet touch your skin, and it feels cool and refreshing.
It is a tiny point of focus that draws your attention away from your thoughts. You focus on the cool spot. Then you focus on your breathing. Then you focus on the silence. The cycle of attention creates a spiral that leads you down into sleep, deeper and deeper. The air is slightly cooler now than it was when you first lay down. The deepest part of the night is approaching. This is the time when the desert truly cools, before the sun returns. It is the most peaceful time of all. The light of the moon has shifted across the floor of the roof. It now illuminates the corner of the parapet, where a small wooden stool stands. The wood is old and smooth, worn down by years of use. Everything here has a history. Everything here has a purpose. There is no clutter and there is no chaos. There is only order and balance. The Egyptians called this Ma'at, the concept of truth and balance and order. You feel Ma'at in the air tonight. Everything is as it should be. The stars are in their places. The river is in its bed. You are in your bed. The balance is perfect. You allow yourself to surrender to this balance. You stop trying to fall asleep and simply allow sleep to find you. It comes like a slow tide rising up the beach. It starts at your feet and moves up your legs. It washes over your hips and your stomach. It rises over your chest and your shoulders. It finally reaches your mind and washes away the last of your thoughts. You are floating in the dark water of sleep. It is cool and quiet and deep. The heat of the day is a distant memory that cannot touch you here. You are cool. You are calm. You are resting. The night goes on. The stars turn. The earth breathes. You are asleep. The center of the night has arrived,
and the dome of the sky is now a tapestry of infinite depth. The Milky Way stretches across the heavens like a river of milk, mirroring the river of water below. You are suspended between these two rivers, the one made of light and the one made of water, and both are flowing silently through the dark. The heat that was once a heavy presence has now settled into a gentle warmth that feels like a soft embrace. The stone of the roof has finally released most of its stored energy, and the surface beneath the bed is neutral and calm. The air is as still as a held breath. There is not even a whisper of wind to disturb the linen sheet that drapes over your legs. You are completely motionless, and your body feels anchored to the bed, as if gravity has increased just enough to hold you perfectly still. The dampness of the sheet has reached a perfect equilibrium with the air. It is no longer wet, but merely cool, a refreshing layer that separates you from the warmth of the night. You feel a sense of profound isolation, but it is a comforting isolation. You are a singular point of consciousness in a vast sleeping world. The concerns of the daylight hours, the harvest and the market and the building projects are not just far away, they feel as if they belong to a different life entirely. Here on the roof, there is only the present moment, which stretches out endlessly in every direction. You gaze up at the stars again and notice how they seem to pulse slowly with a rhythmic light. It is as if the universe itself is breathing in time with you. In, out, in, out. The constellation of the Great Bear hangs low in the northern sky, pointing the way towards the sea. To the south, the stars disappear behind the curvature of the earth, leading towards the source of the river. You imagine the journey of the water, coming from distant lakes and mountains, traveling thousands of miles just to pass by your house tonight. It is a comforting thought to know that the water is always there, always moving, always giving life. The sound of your own heart is slow and steady. It beats with a calm regularity that matches the stillness of the night. You feel the muscles in your back sinking further into the woven reeds. The tension in your spine dissolves vertebrae by vertebrae. The wooden headrest feels less like a solid object and more like an extension of the earth supporting you. Your eyes are heavy and they want to close. When you close them, the darkness behind your eyelids is just as vast and peaceful as the darkness of the sky. You see faint shapes of blue and purple drifting in your vision, the afterimages of the stars. They fade slowly into a uniform gray. The silence of the city is absolute. There are no wheels turning, there are no voices speaking, there is not even the sound of an insect. It is a pure and empty silence that cleanses the mind. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for this silence. It allows your mind to unspool and relax. You think of the cool limestone deep inside the pyramids, where the air never changes and the temperature remains constant forever. You imagine yourself wrapped in that eternal coolness, protected by millions of tons of stone. That feeling of stability wraps around you now. You are safe, you are secure, you are resting. The night air touches your cheek, and it feels soft like dry silk. The scent of the desert is clean and mineral. It smells of ancient rock and sand that has been baked by the sun for eons. It is a pure scent, free of anything artificial. You take a slow, deep breath, inhaling the essence of the desert. You exhale slowly, releasing the last bit of wakefulness. Your body is a heavy weight that you are happy to put down. You do not need to carry it anymore. The bed carries you. The roof carries the bed. The house carries the roof. The earth carries the house. You are supported by layers and layers of strength. You can let go completely. You can drift. You can float. The boundary between your skin and the air seems to disappear. You are merging with the night. The damp sheet is a cool shadow that rests upon you. The stars are silent guardians, watching over you. The river is a silent companion, flowing beside you. The passage of time is no longer measured in hours, but in the slow rotation of the heavens. You are part of that rotation. You are turning slowly with the world. It is a gentle motion, a rocking motion that lulls you deeper into the state of rest. The thoughts that come into your mind are slow and vague. They drift in like clouds and drift out again without attachment. You are just an observer. You are observing the peace. You are observing the quiet. You are observing the dark. The coolness of the clay water jar nearby seems to radiate towards you. You can almost feel the refreshing taste of the water without even drinking it. It is enough to know it is there. Everything you need is here. There is nothing to seek. There is nothing to find. There is only this.
The quiet, the dark, the cool, the sleep. The desert night is a long and gentle song without words. It is humming a lullaby of silence. You are listening to the lullaby. Your breathing is so shallow now that you can barely feel it. Your heart is a slow drum in the distance. You are sinking down, down, down into the soft, dark earth of sleep. The stars above are blurring into a single canopy of light. The world is fading away. The heat is gone. The worry is gone. There is only peace. The hours have drifted by like leaves floating on the surface of the slow-moving river, and the night has reached its quietest point. The air on the rooftop has now lost the last memory of the scorching sun and has become pleasantly temperate and neutral. The stone walls of the house beneath you have finished their work of releasing heat, and now they stand cool and solid in the darkness. You are lying in a state of total stillness, where the line between your body and the bed seems to have vanished completely. The woven reeds of the bed frame have adjusted to your shape, and they hold you with a firm and ancient support. The damp linen sheet has dried slightly in the night air, but it retains a refreshing coolness that settles over your skin like a second breath. You feel the coolness on your arms and your legs, and it is a sensation of pure relief. The sweat of the day is gone, and the dust of the day is forgotten. There is only this clean and dry atmosphere that surrounds you. Above you, the constellations have shifted their positions significantly, marking the silent passage of the night watch. The stars that were in the east are now high overhead, and the stars that were overhead have dipped towards the west. It is a slow and majestic dance that happens every single night, regardless of whether anyone is watching. But you are watching with your mind's eye, even if your physical eyes are closed. You can see the patterns of the light in the darkness. You can feel the rotation of the earth carrying you safely through the void. The silence is now so deep that it feels like a physical weight pressing down gently on your chest. It is not a heavy weight, but a comforting pressure, like a heavy blanket that makes you feel secure. You breathe into this silence. You breathe out of this silence. The rhythm of your breath is the only clock you need. It is slow and even and deep. You imagine the air traveling down into your lungs, bringing with it the peace of the desert. You imagine the air leaving your body, taking with it any remaining tension or thought. The cycle is perfect and endless. Far away in the desert, the sand dunes are cooling rapidly under the starlight. You imagine the millions of grains of sand sitting perfectly still in the dark. They do not move. They do not speak. They simply exist in the quiet. You are like the sand. You are still, and you are silent, and you are at rest.
The river Nile flows on through the darkness, a massive artery of life that never sleeps, so that you can. Its water is dark and glossy, reflecting the moon which has now climbed to its zenith. The moonlight paints the world in shades of silver and gray and black. It touches the tops of the palm trees, turning their fronds into feathers of silver light. It touches the water in the clay jar next to your bed, making it gleam in the shadows. You feel a deep connection to this land and this sky. It is a connection that goes back to the beginning of time. People have slept under these stars for thousands of years, finding comfort in the same way you are finding comfort now. They used the wind and the water and the shade. They understood the rhythms of the earth. You are now in tune with those rhythms. Your heart beats slowly. Thump, thump, thump. It is a slow drum that echoes the slow current of the river. The wooden headrest supports your neck and keeps your airway open and clear, allowing the cool night air to flow freely. You feel a light breeze brush against your forehead. It is the first stirrings of the pre-dawn wind coming from the north. It is a gentle caress that whispers of the coming morning, but the morning is still far away. For now, there is only the night, the vast and endless night. You sink deeper into the feeling of heaviness. Your legs feel like they are made of stone. Your arms feel like they are made of lead. Your head is heavy and relaxed. You could not lift a finger if you tried. You are completely surrendered to the pull of gravity. The damp sheet is your anchor. The bed is your raft. The roof is your island. You are floating in the sea of sleep. The thoughts that drift through your mind are formless and soft. They are like clouds of mist that dissolve before you can catch them. You let them go. You do not need them. You only need the cool air and the quiet dark. The sense of time has completely vanished. You exist in a single eternal moment of rest. The world is asleep. The animals are asleep. The plants are asleep. Even the stones seem to sleep. You are part of this great universal slumber. The peace is absolute. The tranquility is unbroken. You are safe here. You are cool here. You are deeply asleep.
The riverbanks are deserted. You are alone with the cosmos, and it is a peaceful solitude. The wooden headrest which cradles the base of your skull feels solid and reliable. It keeps your head aligned with the stars. It allows the air to circulate around your neck, cooling the pulse points and calming the blood. You feel the blood moving slowly through your veins, delivering oxygen and rest to every cell in your body. Your feet are heavy. Your knees are heavy. Your hips are heavy. Your hands are heavy. Your elbows are heavy. Your shoulders are heavy. The weight of your body is sinking down into the woven reeds of the bed frame. The reeds creak almost imperceptibly with your breath, a sound so quiet it is felt more than heard. It is the sound of natural materials adjusting to your presence. You are part of nature here. You are not separate from the earth or the sky. You are a bridge between them. The river Nile continues its eternal journey to the sea, flowing silently through the valley. You imagine the water moving past the reeds on the bank. You imagine the fish sleeping in the deep currents. You imagine the crocodiles resting on the mud banks. Everything is part of the great cycle of rest. The moon has moved significantly across the sky, and its light has changed from a bright silver to a softer pearlescent glow. It casts long and gentle shadows across the rooftop. You watch the shadows in your mind. They are still and unchanging. They are anchors in the stream of time. The concept of time stretches out and becomes thin. There is no rush to get anywhere. There is no rush to do anything. There is only this moment of lying still. The desert beyond the city is a vast ocean of sand and rock. It is cooling under the starlight, shedding the heat it absorbed during the day. You can almost feel the desert breathing out the heat and breathing in the cool night air. You are breathing in rhythm with the desert. In, out, in, out. The sensation is hypnotic. It draws you further away from the waking world. The thoughts that used to occupy your mind have dissolved like sugar in water. There is nothing left but a smooth and empty space. It is a space of potential and peace. You are floating in this space. You are drifting on a calm sea. The stars above are your navigation points, but you are not going anywhere. You are exactly where you need to be. You are safe on the roof. You are protected by the house. You are held by the night. The coolness of the clay jar is a presence in the dark. It reminds you of the refreshing power of water. Water and stone and air, these are the elements of your sleep. The simplicity of it is the comfort. There are no complications here. There is just the body and the breath and the night. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for the cool air. It is a gift from the sky. It is a respite from the sun. You accept this gift and you let it soothe you. Your eyelids are sealed shut, not by force, but by relaxation. They are heavy curtains drawn against the world. Behind them is a quiet room where you can rest. You go into that room. You sit down in the quiet. You lie down in the dark. You let go of everything. The silence is a physical sensation on your skin. It feels soft and enveloping. It wraps you up in safety. The night is long and it is yours. You are the master of this silence. You are the dreamer of this dream. The world turns slowly on its axis, carrying you through the dark. You trust the world to carry you. You do not need to hold on. You can let go. You let go of your hands. You let go of your feet. You let go of your jaw. You let go of your mind. You are drifting deeper. You are sinking lower. The air is cool. The night is still. The sleep is here. The stillness of the night has now become a physical weight that rests gently upon the world and upon you. The deepest part of the darkness is here,
where the moon has traveled past its peak and is beginning its slow descent towards the western horizon. The light has softened even further, turning the shadows into long, vague shapes that blend into one another without any sharp edges. You are lying perfectly still on the woven bed, and the rhythm of your breathing has slowed to a pace that matches the slow turning of the constellations above. The air around you has reached its coolest temperature of the night, a refreshing chill that contrasts perfectly with the memory of the day's heat. You feel this cool air touching your face and your arms, and it feels clean and pure. It is air that has traveled over miles of uninhabited sand and stone to reach you, and it carries nothing but the scent of the earth. The linen sheet is now dry, but it has taken on the temperature of the night air, remaining cool and light against your skin. It is a protective layer that separates you from the emptiness of the sky, while allowing you to remain part of it. You feel the texture of the woven reeds beneath your back, and they feel solid and supportive. They do not sag or give way, but hold you firmly in place. This feeling of support allows your muscles to let go completely. There is no need for you to hold yourself up. The bed holds you. The roof holds you. The house holds you. You are securely nestled in the architecture of the ancient world. The silence is so complete that it feels like a soft fabric wrapped around your head. It dampens every thought and muffles every worry. You try to find a sound in the distance, but there is none. The city of the living has become a city of sleep. The dogs are silent. The birds are silent. The wind is silent. There is only the sensation of existence. You are simply here. You are simply breathing. You are simply resting. The wooden headrest is a constant grounding point. It connects your head to the bed and aligns your spine in a straight line of relaxation. You feel the tension draining out of your neck and flowing down your shoulders and out through your fingertips. It flows away like water into the sand. You are becoming empty of tension. You are becoming empty of weight. You feel light and heavy at the same time, light in spirit, but heavy in body. The river Nile flows on in your imagination, a dark ribbon of water that never stops. It moves through the valley, feeding the land and cooling the air. You visualize the water moving over smooth stones. You visualize the water moving through the reeds.
The sound of the water is a white noise in your mind that blocks out everything else. It is a sound of continuity and peace. The desert surrounding the city is a vast ocean of calm. The sand dunes are stationary waves frozen in time under the starlight. You are resting on the edge of this vastness. You are small, but you are safe. The universe is large, but it is kind. The stars are looking down with a benevolent indifference. They have seen millions of nights like this, and they will see millions more. You are part of this endless chain of nights. You are doing what people have always done. You are sleeping. You are restoring your strength. You are letting the night heal you. The coolness of the clay jar near your bed is a silent sentinel. It holds the water of life. It stands guard in the dark. You feel a sense of companionship with the objects around you. The bed, the sheet, the headrest, the jar. They are simple things, but they are enough. You do not need anything more. You are content. You are peaceful. The air moves slowly into your lungs, filling you with the essence of the night. The air moves slowly out of your lungs, taking with it the passage of time. The seconds tick by without a sound. The minutes drift away like smoke. The hours are long and empty and beautiful. You are drifting deeper into the void of sleep. It is a warm and welcoming void. It is a place where there is no demands, there is no work, there is no heat. There is only the cool, dark peace. You sink into it. You wrap yourself in it. You let it cover you completely. The stars blur. The moon fades. The world disappears. You are asleep. The profound silence of the pre-dawn hours has settled over the valley like a heavy layer of fine silt that muffles every vibration and dampens every thought. You are lying in the center of this silence, and you are completely at one with the stillness of the ancient world. The air that drifts across the rooftop is now at its absolute coolest point of the entire cycle. It is a dry and refreshing coolness that feels like a clean linen cloth being drawn across your forehead. The heat of yesterday is so far gone that it feels like a dream from another life. The stone of the roof beneath your woven bed has surrendered all its warmth to the sky, and now it lies cool and dormant, waiting for the sun to return in the distant future. But the sun is not here yet. There is only the starlight and the moonlight and the deep blue shadows that fill the corners of the roof. You feel the weight of your own body pressing down into the reeds. It is a comfortable heaviness. It is the feeling of total relaxation, where every muscle has given up its hold on the bone. Your legs are heavy and loose. Your arms are heavy and limp. Your neck is supported and free. The wooden headrest is no longer a separate object, but a part of your own stillness. It holds you in the perfect position for breathing. The air flows in through your nose, cool and smooth. It fills your lungs with the peace of the night. The air flows out of your nose, warm and slow. It carries away the last remnants of wakefulness. The cycle of your breath is the only movement in the entire world. In the distance, the river Nile moves silently through the darkness. It is a massive presence of water that flows without effort. You imagine yourself floating on that water. You are a leaf drifting on the surface. You are weightless and you are directionless. The current carries you gently towards the sea. You do not need to swim. You do not need to steer. You only need to float. The water is cool and dark beneath you. The sky is vast and starry above you. You are suspended between the water and the sky in a state of perfect balance. The concept of worry does not exist here. The concept of time does not exist here. There is only the sensation of floating. Back on the roof, the damp sheet has done its work. It has cooled your skin and lowered your temperature. Now it rests upon you like a soft shadow. It is a comfort and a shield. You feel the texture of the fabric against your fingertips. It is real and it is grounding. The city around you is sleeping the sleep of the ages. The walls of the houses are thick and silent. The dusty streets are empty and silent. The temples are dark and silent. You are part of this city of silence. You are a citizen of the night. The stars overhead have rotated further towards the horizon. They are marking the passage of the night with a slow and steady hand. You watch them in your mind. They are bright and cold and beautiful. They are the eyes of the night watching over you. You feel a sense of safety that comes from being watched over by the stars. You are small, but you are significant. You are resting, and that is enough. The desert sands beyond the river are cool and still. The wind has stopped completely. The palm trees are motionless statues against the sky. Everything has stopped. Everything has paused. You have paused too. Your thoughts are slow and heavy. They move like honey. They are sweet and slow and vague. You cannot hold on to them, and you do not want to. You let them drip away into the darkness. The only thing that remains is the feeling of the bed and the feeling of the air. The coolness is a physical presence. It enters your pores and calms your nerves. It slows your heart. It smooths your brow. You are sinking deeper into the mattress of reeds. You are sinking deeper into the pillow of air. The boundaries of your body are dissolving. You are becoming part of the roof. You are becoming part of the night. The silence is a song that you can hear with your whole body. It is a hum of peace. It is a vibration of rest. You tune in to this frequency. You let it resonate through your bones. You are harmonizing with the quiet. The night is long and deep and kind. It holds you in its arms. It rocks you gently. It whispers to you in the language of the wind. Sleep, rest, drift. The words are soft and low. You obey them without question. You are tired, and it is good to be tired. It is good to rest. The darkness is a velvet curtain that has fallen over the stage of the world. The play is over. The actors are asleep. The lights are out. There is only you and the dark. You are safe in the dark. You are cool in the dark. You are asleep in the dark. The night has now stretched into its longest and most silent phase, where the passage of time is no longer felt, but simply exists as a vast and empty container. You are lying in this container of time, and you are completely at rest.
The air around you is still and stable, with a coolness that permeates everything on the roof. The stone floor has released every ounce of the day's heat and is now cold to the touch. The woven reeds of the bed have cooled down to match the air. The wooden headrest is cool against your neck. Even your own skin feels cool and dry and comfortable. The dampness of the sheet has almost entirely evaporated, leaving behind only the soft weight of the linen fabric, which drapes over you like a protective shell. You are encased in a bubble of perfect temperature. It is a rare and precious feeling to be perfectly cool in the heart of the desert summer. You appreciate this feeling with a slow and drowsy gratitude. You do not need to move to find a cooler spot, because every spot is cool. You do not need to turn the pillow, because the headrest allows the air to flow freely. You are perfectly positioned for sleep. The stars above you have continued their slow march towards the west. Some have dipped below the horizon, and new ones have risen in the east, but you do not track them anymore. They are simply a canopy of faint light that hovers over your sleep. The darkness is not frightening, but comforting. It is a soft darkness that hides the sharp edges of the world. It blurs the lines between the roof and the sky. It blurs the lines between your body and the bed. You feel as if you are melting into the darkness. You are becoming part of the shadow. The silence of the city is profound. It is a silence that has weight and texture. It presses gently against your ears. It is the sound of thousands of people breathing in unison. It is the sound of the earth resting. You are resting with them. You are part of the great collective sleep of the Nile Valley. The river flows on in the distance, a dark and silent snake of water. It moves without stopping and without hurrying. It carries the cool water from the mountains down to the hot plains. You imagine the cool water touching the banks. You imagine the reeds swaying gently in the current. The image of the flowing water is hypnotic. It washes over your mind and cleanses it of all debris. There are no thoughts left to think. There are no problems left to solve. There is only the flow of the river, the flow of the air, the flow of your breath, in and out, in and out. Your chest rises and falls with a microscopic movement. It is the only movement in your body. Your hands are resting by your sides, open and relaxed. Your fingers are slightly curled in a gesture of release. Your legs are long and heavy, sinking into the mattress. Your feet are relaxed. Every part of you has shut down for the night. You are in a state of deep conservation. You are saving your energy. You are restoring your spirit. The ancient Egyptians believed that sleep was a journey to another world. You are on that journey now. You are traveling through the land of rest. The landscape is smooth and dark and quiet. There are no hills to climb. There are no obstacles to cross. There is only a flat and open path of sleep. You walk this path slowly. You float along this path. The air is always cool here. The silence is always deep here. You are safe here. The walls of the house below you stand guard. The heavy wooden door is barred. The city is secure. You have nothing to fear. You can let go completely. You can drop your guard. You can surrender to the heavy eyelids that are sealed shut. You can surrender to the heavy limbs that are glued to the bed. You can surrender to the slow beat of your heart. Thud, thud, thud. It is the rhythm of life slowing down to a crawl. It is the rhythm of the earth spinning in space. You are spinning with it. You are drifting with it. The night is endless. The peace is endless. You are deep in the well of sleep. The water of sleep is cool and dark. You are submerged in it. You are comfortable in it. You are sleeping. The wheel of the night turns with an infinite slowness, and you are now resting in the deepest hollow of the dark hours. The atmosphere on the roof has settled into an absolute stillness where the air feels suspended and motionless around you. It is the time before the birds stir and before the light returns, when the world belongs entirely to the silence. You are lying on the woven reed bed, and your body has become heavy with a profound and restful inertia. The muscles in your legs are completely slack and relaxed, having given up all tension to the support of the bed. The muscles in your arms are loose and heavy, resting by your sides like weights of warm stone. The wooden headrest which holds your neck is the only point of pressure, and it feels grounding and secure. It keeps your airway open and allows the cool desert air to flow softly into your throat. You breathe in the silence. You breathe out the silence. The air is cool and dry and clean. It carries no scent of the day and no scent of the city, only the pure, neutral scent of the night. The damp sheet that covers you has now reached the same temperature as the air, and it rests on your skin like a layer of cool mist. It is a barrier against the heat that no longer exists. You feel safe and enclosed in this bubble of cool air. The stone floor of the roof is now at its coldest point of the cycle, releasing the final remnants of warmth into the starry void. You can feel the stability of the house beneath you. It is a structure built of earth and straw, standing firm on the banks of the river. It has stood here for years, and it will stand here for years to come. You are just a passenger on the roof, riding the house through the night. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent presence that anchors the landscape. You visualize the water moving slowly past the muddy banks. You visualize the water moving around the bends of the river. It is a continuous and endless motion that lulls your mind into a trance. The water flows, and you flow with it. You drift along the current of sleep. The stars above are faint points of light that have moved far across the sky. They are the only clock you have, and they tell you that there is still plenty of time to rest. There is no urgency. There is no deadline. There is only the long stretches of the night. You feel a deep sense of peace settling in your chest. It is a heavy and warm feeling that spreads outwards to your limbs. It weighs down your eyelids. It relaxes your jaw.
It softens your face. You are wearing the mask of sleep. It is a mask of total neutrality. The thoughts that drift through your mind are like shadows on a wall. They are vague and formless, and they disappear as soon as you look at them. You do not try to hold them. You let them go. You return to the sensation of the cool air. You return to the sensation of the woven reeds. You return to the rhythm of your breath. In, out, in, out. The sound of your breath is the only sound in the universe. It is a soft wind in a quiet canyon. It is the tide of a calm sea. You are sinking deeper into this sea. The water of sleep is rising around you. It covers your feet. It covers your legs. It covers your hands. It covers your chest. It covers your mind. You are submerged in rest. You are floating in peace. The desert night is a vast and empty room, and you are the only one in it. You are safe. You are comfortable. You are cool. The silence is a blanket that you pull up to your chin. You snuggle into the silence. You let it warm you and cool you at the same time. The world is far away. The sun is far away. The heat is a memory.
The cool is the reality. You are here. You are now. You are asleep. The immense weight of the night is now a comforting blanket that covers the entire land, from the river to the distant cliffs, and you are tucked safely underneath it. The world has stopped turning for you, and time has ceased to move forward, leaving you in a suspended state of pure existence. The air on the roof is perfectly still, with not even the slightest tremor of a breeze to disturb the linen sheet that rests upon your legs. The temperature is stable and cool, a refreshing contrast to the memory of the sun, which has now faded completely from your mind. You are lying on the woven reeds, and your body feels incredibly heavy, as if you have become part of the stone roof itself. Your bones feel dense and relaxed. Your muscles are like water. Your skin is cool and dry. The wooden headrest is the only thing that keeps you tethered to the bed, supporting your neck in a gentle curve that opens your throat for the breath to enter and exit without effort. You breathe in the silence of the desert. You breathe out the noise of the mind. The cycle is slow and infinite. In, out, in, out. The darkness is not empty, but full of peace. It presses against your eyelids with a soft weight, keeping them closed and secure. You explore the landscape of your own relaxation. You feel the heavy relaxation in your toes. You feel it in your ankles. You feel it in your calves. You feel it in your knees. It moves up your body like a slow tide of lead. It reaches your hips and your stomach. It reaches your chest and your shoulders. It reaches your arms and your hands. It reaches your neck and your face. Every part of you is heavy and still. You are a statue of sleep. You are a monument to rest. The river Nile flows on in the dark, a silent and powerful force that underpins the entire valley. You can sense its presence even without seeing it. It is the blood of the land, flowing steadily towards the sea. It carries the coolness of the mountains and the secrets of the south. You drift on its current in your mind. You are a boat without a sail, drifting downstream. The water is smooth as glass. The banks are dark and quiet. The journey is effortless. You do not need to row. You do not need to steer. The river takes you where you need to go, which is deeper into sleep. The stars above are fading slightly as they move lower in the sky, but they are still there, watching over you. They are the ancient guardians of the night. They have watched over millions of sleepers before you, and they will watch over millions after you. You are part of the great history of sleep. You are doing exactly what you are supposed to be doing. You are restoring your energy. You are healing your body. You are calming your mind. The silence of the city is absolute. There is no sound of footsteps. There is no sound of voices. There is no sound of work. The tools are put away. The fires are out. The animals are asleep. You are part of this great pause. The clay jar of water stands near your bed, a silent companion in the dark. It is cool and full and ready. It waits for the morning, just as the world waits for the morning. But the morning is not here yet. There is only the long and luxurious night. You have nowhere to be. You have nothing to do. You are free to simply exist. You are free to simply breathe. The air is cool on your forehead. The air is cool on your cheeks. It is a gentle caress that soothes the nerves. You feel a deep sense of gratitude for this coolness. It is the greatest luxury in the desert. You accept it, and you let it lull you deeper. The darkness is a soft cocoon. You are wrapped inside it. You are safe inside it. The world outside the cocoon does not matter. Only the peace inside matters. Your heart beats slowly and steadily. Thump, thump, thump. It is the only clock that matters. It counts the moments of rest. It measures the depth of your sleep. You are sinking down. You are drifting away. You are floating off. The shore is far behind you. The sea of sleep is wide and deep. You are floating in the center of it. The water is warm. The air is cool. The sky is dark. You are asleep. The stillness has now become the only reality that exists in the world. The night has deepened to a point where the horizon is indistinguishable from the sky, and the earth is just a dark and silent foundation beneath you. You are lying on the roof of the ancient house, and the air has settled into a perfect equilibrium of cool and dry stillness. The heat of the sun is a distant memory that has been completely erased by the patience of the night. The stone beneath the woven bed feels solid and ancient, anchoring you to the history of the land. The reeds of the bed frame support your weight with a firm and yielding pressure that allows every muscle in your back to lengthen and relax. The linen sheet is a whisper of weight against your skin, cool and dry and comforting. It covers you like a second skin, protecting you from the vastness of the open sky while allowing the air to circulate freely. You breathe in slowly, filling your lungs with the clean desert air. You breathe out slowly, releasing the last molecules of tension from your body. The wooden headrest cradles your neck in a position that feels natural and aligned. It lifts your head slightly, allowing the air to flow around your ears and your throat. You feel the cool air touching the back of your neck, a sensation that is both grounding and refreshing. The silence of the city is absolute. There is no sound of wheels or voices or wind. There is only the silence of the stones and the silence of the sand.
The desert stretches out around you like a vast ocean of sand and rock. It is cooling under the starlight, shedding the heat of the day. You are cooling with it. Your skin is cool. Your blood is cool. Your mind is cool. The rhythm of your heart is slow and steady. Thump, thump, thump. It beats in time with the earth. It beats in time with the river. You are connected to everything, and yet you are alone in your rest. The feeling of heaviness in your limbs increases. Your arms are too heavy to lift. Your legs are too heavy to move. You are sinking deeper into the bed. You are sinking deeper into the sleep. The air is a soft caress on your face. It smooths away the lines of worry. It relaxes the muscles of your jaw. It loosens the tightness in your shoulders. You are unraveling. You are unspooling. You are letting go. The night is long and generous. It gives you hours of silence. It gives you hours of peace. You accept these gifts with a quiet heart. You drift further away from the shore of wakefulness. The boat of sleep is carrying you out to sea. The water is calm and dark. The sky is wide and starry. You are safe in the boat. You are safe on the water. You are safe in the night. The silence wraps around you like a warm blanket. It covers you completely. It protects you from the noise of the world. You are hidden in the silence. You are resting in the silence. You are sleeping in the silence. The silence has now deepened into a profound and ancient stillness that covers the entire valley from the eastern cliffs to the western horizon. You are suspended in this stillness like a star suspended in the dark sky, and the world below you has ceased to exist in any meaningful way. The air on the roof is now completely stable and cool, a perfect medium for rest that wraps around your body without any weight or pressure. The woven reeds of the bed frame have become an extension of your own spine, supporting you with a natural and yielding firmness that allows you to sink down into a state of total surrender. The linen sheet is now dry, but it retains the memory of the water and stays cool against your skin like a shadow made of fabric. You feel the texture of the linen on your arms and legs, and it is a simple and grounding sensation that keeps you connected to the present moment. The wooden headrest is cool and solid beneath your neck, holding your head in a position of perfect alignment so that your breath can flow in and out without any obstruction. You breathe in the peace of the desert night. You breathe out the dust of the ancient day. The cycle is endless and slow. In, out, in, out. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent artery of life that never sleeps so that you can sleep. It moves through the valley with a quiet power that you can feel in the earth itself. You imagine the water moving past the silent temples and the sleeping villages. You imagine the water touching the cool mud of the banks. The image of the flowing water is a balm for your mind, washing away any lingering thoughts or worries. The stars above you are faint and distant witnesses to your rest. They have moved across the sky in their slow and silent arc, marking the passage of time without any sound. You do not need to know the time. You only need to know that it is night and that you are safe. The clay jar of water near your bed stands like a silent sentinel in the dark. It holds the coolness of the night within its porous walls. You can feel its presence, a cool and steady companion. The walls of the house below you are thick and protective. They keep the world out and the peace in. You are safe within these walls. You are safe on this roof. The desert stretches out around you for miles and miles, a vast ocean of sand and rock. It is cooling under the starlight, shedding the heat of the day. You are cooling with it. Your skin is cool. Your blood is cool. Your mind is cool. The rhythm of your heart is slow and steady. Thump, thump, thump. It beats in time with the earth. It beats in time with the river.
Grounding you in the physical world. The desert beyond the city is a vast ocean of sand that is breathing out the heat of the day and breathing in the cool of the night. You are breathing with the desert. You are cooling with the desert. Your body feels heavy and loose. Your muscles are completely relaxed. Your bones are heavy. Your eyelids are sealed shut by the weight of sleep. You are drifting deeper into the void. It is a comfortable and welcoming void. It is a place where you can simply be without doing. You are floating on a raft of silence. The current of sleep is carrying you gently along. The shore is far behind. The destination is rest. The journey is slow. You are in no hurry. You have all the time in the world. The night is long. The peace is deep. The air is cool. You are asleep. The quiet has now become a permanent state of being that stretches out in every direction to the ends of the earth. You are lying in the center of this quiet, and it supports you like a deep ocean supports a sleeping whale. The air on the roof is cool and motionless, holding its breath in the hours before the dawn. The stone beneath the bed is cold and solid, a reminder of the earth that endures forever. The woven reeds of the bed frame are still and silent, holding your weight without effort. The linen sheet is a cool shadow that rests upon your legs and your chest. It is light and dry and comforting. You feel the texture of the fabric against your skin, and it is a familiar and grounding sensation. The wooden headrest stands firm beneath your neck, keeping your airway open and your spine aligned. You breathe in the silence. You breathe out the silence. The air enters your body cool and leaves your body warm. You are asleep.
It is a slow and rhythmic exchange that anchors you to the moment. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent giant that moves through the valley.
It carries the waters of the south to the sea of the north. You drift on its current in your mind. You're floating past the sleeping temples. You are floating past the silent statues. You are floating past the quiet fields. Everything is asleep. The oxen are asleep in their stalls. The farmers are asleep in their huts. The scribes are asleep on their mats. You are part of this universal rest. The stars above you have rotated to their final positions before the light begins to change. They are faint and distant points of light that watch over the sleeping world. You do not need to look at them to know they are there. They are the eternal witnesses. The darkness is a soft and heavy weight that presses down on your eyelids. It seals them shut with a gentle pressure. You are safe inside the darkness. You are safe inside the silence. The clay jar of water near your bed is cool and still. It holds the essence of the river. It holds the coolness of the night. You feel a sense of peace that comes from the simple things, the bed, the jar, the roof, the sky. They are all you need. You are content. You are resting. The desert beyond the city is a vast and empty space. It is cooling under the stars. It is silent under the moon. You are cooling with it. Your body is heavy and relaxed. Your mind is empty and calm. The thoughts have all drifted away like smoke in the wind. There is nothing left but the sensation of being here, the sensation of being safe, the sensation of being cool. You sink deeper into the mattress. You sink deeper into the night. The silence is a song without sound. It hums in your bones. It vibrates in the air. You are tuned to its frequency. You are at one with the quiet. The night is long and it is yours. You are the dreamer in the dark. You are the sleeper on the roof. The world turns slowly. The river flows slowly. You sleep slowly. The deepest phase of the night has settled over the valley like a fine layer of dust that coats the world in absolute silence. You are lying in the very heart of this silence, and it feels as if the entire universe has paused just for you. The air on the rooftop is now perfectly stable and cool, with a dryness that feels clean and pure against your skin. The stone floor of the roof has given up every last degree of warmth to the sky, and now lies cold and dormant beneath your bed. The woven reeds of the bed frame are firm and unmoving, supporting your body with a natural resistance that allows your muscles to lengthen and release. The linen sheet is a cool veil that separates you from the empty space above. It rests on your limbs with a barely perceptible weight. You feel the coolness of the fabric and the coolness of the air, and they blend together into a single sensation of relief. The wooden headrest is a solid anchor for your head, keeping your neck aligned and your breathing passage open and clear. You breathe in the stillness of the desert. You breathe out the memory of the sun. The air moves in and out of your lungs with a slow and steady rhythm that matches the flow of the distant river. In, out, in, out. The river Nile is a dark ribbon of silence winding through the sleeping land. It moves without effort and without sound, carrying the life of the continent towards the sea. You imagine yourself as a piece of driftwood floating on that dark water. You are weightless and directionless. You are carried by a force greater than yourself. You do not need to struggle. You do not need to swim. You simply surrender to the current. The stars above you are faint and steady lights in the velvet darkness. They have watched over this river for eons, and they are watching over you now. You feel a sense of connection to the ancient sleepers who lay on this same roof under these same stars thousands of years ago. You are sharing their rest. You are sharing their peace. The walls of the house below you are thick and protective, standing guard against the chaos of the world. You are safe within their perimeter. You are safe on this island of stone. The clay jar of water near your bed is a silent companion in the night. It radiates a gentle coolness that you can feel even without touching it. It is a symbol of life and refreshment in the dry desert. The silence of the city is profound and unbroken. There is no sound of animals. There is no sound of people. There is no sound of wind. There is only the sound of your own existence, which is quiet and calm. Your heart beats slowly, thump, thump, thump. It is a slow drum in the distance. It is the metronome of your rest. You feel the heaviness in your legs. You feel the heaviness in your arms. You feel the heaviness in your eyelids. You are sinking down into the bed. You are sinking down into the roof. You are sinking down into the earth. The gravity of sleep is pulling you gently downwards. It is a kind gravity. It holds you safe. It keeps you grounded.
The thoughts that drift through your mind are like wisps of cloud in a clear sky. They dissolve before they can form shapes. You watch them go. You let them fade. You are left with the pure sensation of being. Being cool, being safe, being asleep. The night stretches out before you and behind you. It is a vast ocean of time, and you are floating in the middle of it. The water is calm. The air is still. The peace is absolute. You are drifting. You are dreaming. You are sleeping. The earth continues its slow rotation, bringing the night towards its final and most peaceful chapter. You are lying in the center of this vast quietude, and the stillness is so complete that it feels like a physical embrace, holding you safe and secure. The air on the rooftop remains cool and dry, a perfect blanket of temperature that rests lightly on your skin. The stone beneath the woven bed is silent and cold, having forgotten entirely the heat of the previous day. The reeds of the bed frame are still and supportive, cradling your body with an ancient strength that does not waver. The linen sheet is a soft shadow that covers your legs and your chest, offering a gentle weight that grounds you to the bed. You feel the texture of the fabric against your skin, and it is familiar and soothing. The wooden headrest stands firm beneath your neck, keeping your spine in a straight and relaxed line, allowing the breath to flow without effort. You breathe in the cool air of the desert. You breathe out the last vestiges of the day. The cycle is smooth and endless. In, out, in, out. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent life force that moves through the valley with a steady purpose. It carries the water from the heart of the continent to the sea. You drift on its current in your mind, floating effortlessly past the sleeping banks. The water is cool and dark and deep. The journey is slow and calm. You are a passenger on the river of sleep. The stars above you are faint now, their light softened by the approaching dawn, though the sky remains dark. They are the silent sentinels that have watched over you through the long hours. You do not need to look at them to know they are there. You feel their presence in the vastness of the sky. The darkness is a protective shell that surrounds you. It blocks out the world and leaves only the peace. You are safe inside the shell. You are protected by the walls of the house, which are thick and solid. You are protected by the silence, which is deep and unbroken. The clay jar of water near your bed is cool and still, a reservoir of refreshment in the dry night. You feel its coolness radiating towards you.
The desert beyond the city is a sleeping giant of sand and rock. It breathes slowly in the dark, releasing the heat and accepting the cool. You are breathing with it. Your body is heavy and relaxed. Your muscles are loose and limp. Your bones are heavy and sinking. Your eyelids are sealed shut with the glue of sleep. You are drifting down into the deepest part of the rest. The air is cool on your forehead. The air is cool on your cheeks. It is a gentle touch that calms the nerves. The silence is a sound that you can feel. It hums in the stone. It hums in the air. You are tuned to its frequency. You are at one with the quiet. The night is long and generous. It gives you time. It gives you space. It gives you rest. You accept these gifts. You let go of the need to do. You let go of the need to think. You simply exist. You simply breathe. You simply sleep. The world turns. The river flows. The stars watch. You rest. The final stretch of the night has arrived, bringing with it a silence so deep that it feels timeless and eternal. You are resting in this eternity, and the world around you is nothing but shadow and cool air. The rooftop is a quiet island in a sea of darkness. The stone floor has released all its energy, and now lies dormant and cold beneath the frame of your bed. The woven reeds are still and silent, conforming perfectly to the shape of your resting body. The linen sheet is a whisper of fabric that lies motionless on your skin, dry and cool and protective. The wooden headrest remains firm beneath your neck, a constant point of stability in a floating world. You breathe in the cool air. You breathe out the quiet. The rhythm is slow and unbroken. In, out, in, out. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and powerful current that never rests so that the land may live. You feel the presence of the river in the marrow of your bones. It is a steady and comforting force. You drift on its waters in your dreams. You are weightless. You are formless. You are free. The stars above are fading into the deep blue of the pre-dawn sky, but they are still visible, still watching, still guiding. You do not need to see them to know they are there. The darkness is a soft embrace that holds you close. It protects you from the light. It protects you from the heat. It protects you from the noise. The clay jar of water near your bed is a vessel of coolness, standing guard in the shadows. It is there if you need it, but you do not need it. You are satisfied. You are complete. The desert beyond the city is a vast landscape of peace. The sand is cool. The rocks are cool. The air is cool. You are part of this landscape. You are a stone in the desert. You are a grain of sand. You are resting where you have fallen. The walls of the house are strong and thick. They hold up the roof. They hold up the bed. They hold up you. You are supported by the earth and the stone. You can let go of all effort. You can let go of all tension. You can let go of all thought. The mind is a blank slate. It is smooth and clean and empty. There is nothing written on it. There is only the feeling of the cool air. There is only the feeling of the heavy limbs. There is only the sound of the slow breath.
Thump, thump, thump. Your heart is a slow drum beating a rhythm of peace. You sink deeper into the woven reeds. You sink deeper into the night. The silence is a physical thing. It touches your skin. It fills your ears. It calms your soul. You are safe in the silence. You are cool in the silence.
You are asleep in the silence. The world turns slowly towards the morning, but the morning is not yet here. There is still time. There is endless time. You have nowhere to go. You have nothing to do. You are exactly where you belong. You are resting. You are healing. You are sleeping. The night has now entered a phase of such profound stillness that the concept of movement seems to have vanished from the earth entirely. You are lying in this absolute quiet, and your body is perfectly attuned to the slow and ancient rhythm of the sleeping world. The air on the rooftop is dry and cool, touching your skin with a gentleness that feels like a soft breath from the sky itself. The stone floor beneath the bed frame is solid and cold, having released every trace of the sun's fire into the vast emptiness above. The woven reeds of the bed are firm and silent, supporting your weight with a natural resilience that allows your spine to settle and your muscles to dissolve. The linen sheet is a cool and dry presence that rests upon your body like a shadow. It is a barrier against the emptiness of the sky and a comfort against the chill of the late hours. The wooden headrest is a constant support beneath your neck, keeping your airway open and your breath flowing smoothly. You breathe in the cool night air. You breathe out the silence. The rhythm is slow and steady. In, out, in, out. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent snake of water that winds through the valley. It moves without effortless power, carrying the life of the land towards the sea. You drift on its current in your mind, floating past the sleeping palms and the silent dunes. The water is cool and dark. The journey is slow and calm. You are a passenger on the river of sleep. The stars above you are faint and distant witnesses to your rest. They have watched over this land for thousands of years, and they are watching over you now. You do not need to look at them. You feel their presence in the dark. The darkness is a soft and heavy weight that presses gently on your eyelids. It seals them shut and keeps the world away. You are safe inside the darkness. You are safe on the roof. You are safe in the night. The clay jar of water near your bed is cool and still, standing in the shadows like a guardian of the quiet. It holds the coolness of the deep river. You feel its presence near you. The desert beyond the city is a vast ocean of sand and rock that is breathing slowly in the dark. It is cool and silent under the stars. You are breathing with the desert. You are cooling with the desert. Your body is heavy and relaxed. Your limbs are loose and sinking. Your eyelids are heavy. You are drifting down into the deepest part of the sleep. The air is cool on your face. The silence is a song without words. It hums in the stone. It hums in the air. You are attuned to its frequency. You are at one with the quiet. The night is long and generous, giving you time to rest and time to heal. You accept these gifts with a quiet heart. You let go of the need to think. You let go of the need to do. You simply exist. You simply breathe. You simply sleep. The world turns. The river flows. The stars watch. You rest. The silence is absolute. The peace is absolute. You are asleep. The silence has now stretched to the very edges of the horizon, covering the land in a layer of peace that is as thick and soft as wool. You are resting deeply within this peace, and the world has become nothing more than a quiet sensation of cool air and heavy limbs. The rooftop is your island in the sea of the night, and it is perfectly still. The stone floor beneath the bed frame is cold and solid, a massive block of earth that anchors you to the ground. The woven reeds of the bed are firm and unmoving, holding your body in a state of suspended relaxation.
The linen sheet is a cool and dry presence that rests upon your skin like a shadow. It is a barrier against the emptiness of the sky and a comfort against the chill of the late hours. The wooden headrest is a constant support beneath your neck, keeping your airway open and your breath flowing smoothly. You breathe in the cool night air. You breathe out the silence. The rhythm is slow and steady. In, out, in, out. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent force that moves through the valley without pause. It carries the water of life from the deep south to the distant north. You drift on its current in your mind, floating past the sleeping palms and the silent dunes. The water is cool and dark. The journey is slow and calm. You are a passenger on the river of sleep. The stars above you are faint and distant witnesses to your rest. They have watched over this land for thousands of years, and they are watching over you now. You do not need to look at them. You feel their presence in the dark. The darkness is a soft and heavy weight that presses gently on your eyelids. It seals them shut and protects you from the world. You are safe inside the darkness. You are safe on the roof. You are safe in the night. The clay jar of water near your bed is cool and still, standing in the shadows like a guardian of the quiet. It holds the coolness of the deep river. You feel its presence near you. The desert beyond the city is a vast ocean of sand and rock that is breathing slowly in the dark. It is cool and silent under the stars. You are breathing with the desert. You are cooling with the desert. Your body is heavy and relaxed. Your limbs are loose and sinking. Your eyelids are heavy. You are drifting down into the deepest part of the rest. The air is cool on your face. The silence is a song without words. It hums in the stone. It hums in the air. You are attuned to its frequency. You are at one with the quiet. The night is long and generous, giving you time to rest and time to heal. You accept these gifts with a quiet heart. You let go of the need to think. You let go of the need to do. You simply exist. You simply breathe. You simply sleep. The world turns. The river flows. The stars watch. You rest. The silence is absolute. The peace is absolute. You are asleep. You are at one with the quiet. The night is long and generous, giving you the space to simply be. You accept this space. You let go of the need to think. You let go of the need to plan. You simply exist. You simply breathe. You simply sleep. The world turns. The river flows. The stars watch. You rest. The silence is absolute. The peace is absolute. You are asleep. The quiet of the night has now become a physical space that you inhabit completely. You are lying in the center of this space, and the boundaries between your body and the cool air have dissolved into a gentle unity. The rooftop is a platform of peace that floats above the sleeping world. The stone floor beneath the bed frame is cold and solid, having surrendered all the heat of the yesterday to the vast and open sky. The woven reeds of the bed are firm and silent, supporting every inch of your frame with a natural strength that allows you to let go of holding yourself up. The linen sheet is a cool shadow that lies upon your skin, light and dry and comforting. It is a shield against the vastness of the universe and a comfort against the chill of the deep night. The wooden headrest stands firm beneath your neck, keeping your spine aligned and your breath flowing in a slow and easy rhythm. You breathe in the silence of the desert. You breathe out the noise of the mind. The cycle is slow and infinite. In, out, in, out. The river Nile flows on in the distance, a dark and silent snake of water that winds through the valley without end. It carries the life of the land from the south to the north, moving with a steady and unstoppable power. You drift on its current in your mind, floating past the silent banks and the sleeping palms. The water is cool and dark. The journey is slow and calm. You are a passenger on the river of sleep. The stars above you are faint points of light that have rotated to their final positions before the dawn begins to approach. They are the silent witnesses to your rest. You do not need to look at them. You feel their presence in the sky. The darkness is a soft and heavy curtain that hangs over the world, protecting you from the light and the heat. You are safe inside the curtain. You are safe on the roof. You are safe in the night. The clay jar of water near your bed is cool and still, standing in the shadows like a faithful guard. It holds the coolness of the deep water within its clay walls. You feel the refreshment of the water nearby. The desert beyond the city is a vast ocean of sand and rock that is breathing slowly in the dark. It is cool and silent under the stars. You are breathing with the desert. You are cooling with the desert. Your body is heavy and relaxed. Your muscles are loose and sinking. Your bones are heavy. You are drifting down into the deepest part of the rest. The air is cool on your forehead. The silence is a song without words. It hums in the stone. It hums in the air. You are attuned to its frequency. You are at one with the quiet. The night is long and generous, giving you the space to simply be. You accept this space. You let go of the need to think. You let go of the need to plan. You simply exist. You simply breathe. You simply sleep. The world turns. The river flows. The stars watch. You rest. The silence is absolute. The peace is absolute. You are asleep.